So, I'm wearing glasses inside the house. My eyes kind of hurt today, so I just kind of was like, you know what, I should put these on. And so I did. How does eyes look? I look. Me look? Me looks with my eyes. What's up? I am leaning on my bed now. Ladies. Everything's creepier if you say ladies after it. Always remember that. This is my TV. Anyways. Yeah, I have things that I paid for that my parents can't take away from me. Just kidding, they don't want to take it away. I'm a good kid. For the most part. I'm pretty good. I'm a good kid. I see a point in doing bad things. I mean, every kid goes through a phase where they want to do bad things, but like, I don't do that. That's just, what's the point? I got good parents. Might as well be a good kid. So, broadcasting from separate area of the couch right now for better lighting. Brought to you by sunshine and Kai being allergic to it. Oh hey, there's Olivia. Hi, Livy. I miss her. Rip. I don't want to get into that. Anyways, the college is, they're agreeing to a settlement or whatever now, I think, or whatever it's called. They're basically, like, negotiating. I said I was going to do a video about ADHD, and, I still would like to do that. I can talk about it a bit today. I don't want to do the whole thing today, because in regards to my life and, like, living with ADHD, there's just, like, way too much to talk about in regards to ADHD. So I'll get into all that good stuff, but I think maybe for that kind of video I might want to do more than one part. I also want to take time to talk about people. Take these off because my eyes feel better now. There we go. It's the Kai we all know and love. I want to talk about people that I know personally that have other disabilities that hold them back when it comes to life, like Asperger's syndrome. I will ask permission from the people if I can actually specifically talk about them, or if I can talk about parts of their life, because I would like to be respectful for it. But a lot of kids nowadays struggle with just tons of learning disabilities and things people like 50 years ago that it was written off as, oh, you just got problems. Take a moment to address the fact that having a learning disability is not a problem, okay? My definition of a learning disability, for those of you who are wondering, and for those of you who are not, too bad, I'm gonna say it anyways. My definition is that you are a gifted person who has been given a specific set of tools, basically, that most people do not have the pleasure of receiving. You will find it harder in life to do certain things that others find easy to do. But you can also use your abilities to do things that most people can't do. I have ADHD. I found it very hard to read and write because when I see a lot of words all at once, like in a paragraph, I go like, oh my gosh, and I can't do it. But when I see like one sentence at a time, I'm like, I can do this, even if it's like 4 times the amount of work and reading than the actual paragraph would have been. Like, you can give me a full page of just sentences and I'll be just fine. But if you give me one paragraph, it's harder for me because my brain makes it something it's not. And that's just for me, that's not for everybody with ADHD. Then there's writing. I am actually really good at like sentence structure and grammar and making things sound very proper, making it just appeal to the reader, making the sentence flow just work. Maybe not all the times when I'm talking on YouTube, because this is kind of on the fly, but when I'm writing up paragraphs, I actually won the English award at my school, just hanging up on the wall over there. I get it down, but I'm really short. Send help. Or a ladder. Please. But I write books, actually. My ADHD has helped me in the past with just like being creative, really. Like, I can draw, like I said in a previous video, I'm an artist, and I can remember things like the lyrics to a song and all the words in a movie with only watching the movie once or twice and listening to the song once or twice. I'm just very gifted in regards to those kind of things. ADHD makes it hard to do things for me when it comes to reading and when it comes to spelling. Not really writing, but spelling. I can't really figure out how to spell certain words. So I actually have to, I sound out words. Now, what some of you know from me talking online to you through texting is that I always mix up the words well and will. And the reason is, well, one, I got a friend named Will. And when I say the word will, I say well. Like, it's like, well's at the beginning of the sentence, I believe. It's like, well, this, but it's like, I will do that. It's will to me, and it sounds kind of like well for some reason. I don't know how to explain it. Doesn't make sense, but it does to me. This is what I mean. It's very hard to explain. Difficult. Meh. Pardon me while I scratch my shoulder and my nose. I have a problem scratching my nose. It just feels weird. And that's on my face. So, where was I? I don't know what I'm doing. Focus is another thing that's a problem with ADHD. I find it hard to hold a train of thoughts. I mean, you might have not picked up on that by now. Just some of you might be really surprised. Just know that it's a serious problem for me. I do take medication for it, and it helps a lot, but it's very frustrating once the medication wears off, because now it's like, oh no, I lost my train of thought, haha, laugh about it. But when I'm not on my medication, I'm like, I lost my train of thought, and I'm so angry, and I'm so mad at myself, and I don't know what's wrong, and I feel like everything is wrong with me, and the whole world is just mad, and it's just like, it's hard to be positive off my medication. I mean, not positive, it's more like, I just get very stressed, and I don't want to deal with certain situations, so I want to go somewhere that I feel safe, and usually that is home, or to a friend, or to talk to a friend or something, and I just don't want to be somewhere like school. Luckily, my medication works very well, and it lasts a pretty long time, but it really depends on how much I'm doing in a day, if it'll wear off faster. I don't want to talk about what medication I'm on specifically right now, because that's kind of personal, but just know that it works, and a lot of you who have ADHD probably take it, because it's like the standard medication now or something. I find it hard to sleep at night. I listen to ASMR, which a lot of people are like, oh, it's creepy, but like, I like it. It helps me sleep, and it's natural, and it's not medication. I used to be on medication for that too, and it wasn't healthy because it slows down your heart rate. But the ASMR helps me relax. I like to watch videos of people doing art, since I myself like to do art to get out emotions. Another frustration is the fact that right now I can't remember what I was actually on before, and I'm trying to get to that. Spelling right. Will and well. Will and well is like, I always write well instead of will. I'm getting better with that though. I'm getting better with recognizing it, but I spell it out the way it sounds. The word because is hard for me, actually. I can't spell because unless I say in my own head. I have to say it while I'm writing. Boys eat candy and usually swallow everything, because the first letters of all those words are because, but I'm not thinking that. It's literally just that my brain has been trained to automatically spell because when I'm saying that to myself. Thank you to Miss Felici, my grade 4? Yes, grade 4 and through grade 5. It was a half day cutout, St. Vincent's elementary school. Thank you for that, actually. I'm not saying that sarcastically. I actually love that I can actually spell because now, because before that, I couldn't spell it properly. And I would just go cuz or something like that. But it's just, there's little tricks that I use, and I'm getting better than spelling. Actually, the more I've been online, the better I've been getting, because a lot of people online will correct me, and sometimes I get frustrated because I'm like, just leave me alone and don't dog me about it. But it's all about, like, if people are willing to point that out to me, then thank you. I actually really appreciate it. I just don't like when people, like, are basically riding my back about it, because it hurts, it makes me feel dumb. And like, I'm not dumb. I might not understand certain things that other people do, but I can tell you right here and now, I'm a lot smarter than most of the adults I know in my life sometimes, because and what I mean by that is wisdom. Like, when it comes to understanding how to deal with certain situations, or like being mature about a situation. I used to be not as mature about certain situations, I guess. And that's because I was always angry and I just solved things with anger and arguing. But in the last about 2 years, I've actually been pretty mature about a lot of things and just able to let things go. That's a really hard thing to do in life that a lot of people don't know how to do, but the reason that makes me more, I guess, skilled than people who are older than me is because it just makes life easier to go through. It's easier for me to see what kind of people I want in my life and what kind of people I don't want in my life, who's a good person and who's a bad person. And so it's a lot easier to just not get into relationships, not romantically, I just mean like friendships in general, with people who are not that great. At this point in the video, some of you might bring up my ex and talk about the fact that he hurt me and that I'm still trying to forgive him and everything. I'm just going to address something really quick about my ex. I've known him for 13 years. A lot of judgment was clouded, but I still forgive him, and this makes me very mature because I'm not going to hold on to a grudge. He actually did, I like to say that he contacted me against his parole. And I contacted the police afterwards, and he was like, I'm sorry, and blah, 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 blah to me, right? It was a really mature thing for him to do, I think. It was not right for him to break parole, but it was very, very well thought out. Like, I was like, OMG, are you the same person? But yeah, it was like, wow, and now I really want to talk to him again. Like, I made a video about 2 months ago now where I was talking about how I would still get back with him. I don't think I would, though. Like, I forgive him. I want to be friends with him again. I do, but the ship has sailed. I've moved on already. I just cried about it because, like I said, 13 years is a really long time for somebody to be in your life, and it really sucked. But I'm glad it happened, and I'm thankful for the experience that I was given at the time, but now it's over, and things have moved on. I found new people who I'm happier with. I found new friends. I found new things to keep me occupied. But back to the topic of ADHD. So like I said, for my ADHD, I was able to be more creative. I draw characters now, and I write about them, I make stories, and it's really fun. And I'm very artistic, and I really do thank ADHD for that, because it helps me just not get tired of thinking about this. Like, it kind of hurts some nights to actually think as much as I do, because my brain doesn't shut off. But it gives me so many amazing ideas that, like, I know other people will never have. Even other people with ADHD, because nobody's me. But there's many other disabilities out there that I've encountered in my life. There's, oh, there's my shark. That's Felix. Right there. There's, like I said, Asperger's. There's been Tourette's, which is not exactly a focusing problem per se, but I need to do more research on that one, actually. But, like, there's ADHD and there's ADD as well. I had a test about, let's say, like 6 months ago with a doctor that is, like, he, like, checks up on ADHD and stuff, I guess, to see if I could apply for grants for college. Basically, they're, like, loans you don't have to pay back. They're like, well, do you still have ADHD? So they did this test on me, and they were like, don't take your medication, we come to visit. He's just like, don't take your medication. So I'm like, okay. So he comes over, and I don't take my medication. I'm sitting there, fidgeting around with my feet, and I'm on the ground because I wouldn't sit on a chair. I remember I'm just like rocking back and forth, and I'm like trying to focus, and he's like, what I want you to do is look at the computer screen. Press the button every time there's an X on the screen, but not when it's an O. And I don't know if it's actually an O. I think it's an N. But anyways, it was like only when there's an X on the screen, or it was like press whenever, except when it's an X. I don't exactly remember now, but it was something along the lines of that. And I just got so frustrated and nervous that I was like, everything just clicking every time, and it was just. And he's like, yeah, I think you got it. He's like, you seem to have very severe form of ADHD, which is why it's so amazing that medication actually changed me so much. So, here's the thing. I'm still Kai. And on medication. I'm still me. It doesn't change who I am. It just makes it harder to focus. I'm still the same goofy, fun-loving, happy-go-lucky person. I just am with like the side of the serious to me. But the medication just makes it easier to do things in life. It also makes it harder to do things because I know that because of my disability, I will not be able to work late shifts at a job because, well, once the medication wears off, it'll become very stressful for me. I also know that I can't overwork myself even on my medication because the medication will wear off faster, which sucks. Which is why I do things like YouTube now, because this allows me to be openly expressive and creative. Wow. Who would have guessed? Gasp. But like, I hope to, after college, use my skills that I've learned in 3D animation stuff to start doing things like 3D videos on YouTube and like how-to videos, right? And like, I hope to make my series with my characters and everything. I hope to maybe someday start to sell my books and to do things like Deviantart more often. I would really like to make a name for myself online by the time I'm out of college, so I'm starting now because this way I'm doing something that doesn't stress me and is my choice. And that feels really great. So, there's a cat meowing. Meow? Meow! There's the cat.
Oh, I got the cat.
She's Samantha. She's the newest one. She came meowing at the window, and Bernie's like, we gotta let it in. She's not. She doesn't like me. She really doesn't like me that much. I don't care, though. Samantha's a name I've never had a good past with. That's hilarious. Like 8 Samanthas in my life, and they all hate me. That's weird. Anyways, it's like that with certain names. Also Victoria. Well, it was up until I was like 13, and then Victoria's like, were all my friends, and I was like, what? Anyways. I want to be self-employed, you know. I want to do freelancing and stuff online. I'd like to also, with coding abilities that I learned from from college. I'm not in high school. I learned some in high school, so I guess I can take credit for that too. Or they can take credit for that. I don't care. Meh. Anyways. I plan to use those abilities to hopefully be able to, it's called freelancing, stuff like that. You do it online, and it's like people basically, you're like, okay, what do you need? And they're like, I need you to make this app turn blue when you touch this thing. And you're like, okay, I can do the code for that for like $50 because it's like this amount of code. And they're like, okay, and they do that, and like you basically get paid to help make things. And that's what I want to do, and like be able to do art and stuff for people, because it's just stuff that like I can do. I plan to, until then, hopefully get another job and everything. I just needed time off to focus on just college, because college is important, and I feel like instead of stressing myself out after all the things that happened this summer and like before the summer, I just needed a break. I deserved one, honestly. And I thought like, oh, am I being lazy? But it's like, the more I think about it, it's like, no, I deserved it. Why do I feel that way? So now I finally started Deviantart. Started my YouTube channel. As you can see, this is beta though, so I mean I will probably someday make it a different name or change the channel or something. Or maybe I won't, who really knows, maybe the name will grow on me. It already kind of has started to, but I don't like the beta part. So yeah, it's all new and like it's not very big yet because there's only a few followers on DeviantArt and they're all people I know, and then there's only a few subscribers on YouTube, and again they're all people I know, but everything starts out really small. Baby steps. Because I mean, I can't expect it to get big overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. And you gotta be patient with these things. There's a lot of things over the next few years that I am gonna have to be patient with that I've been talking about recently online to people. And, you know, time is a cruel and fickle mistress. But when that event finally comes over the horizon, it makes it so much more worth it. Like, it's gonna take a while for my art to get big, but when it does, it's like I'll be working for money on things that I'm good at, and my art will get better over time. I don't think it's that great right now. A lot of people tell me that it is, but like I know for a fact that I could be so much better, and slowly I will get better. And then with my YouTube right now, the recordings are not that great and the video quality is not that awesome, and I'm filming on a laptop, but like it'll get better. And it's just all about waiting. And some people that I know right now are struggling with that too, where it's just like things suck right now, but like soon it'll get better. Right now I have a little bit of an advantage when it comes to being me because I'm 18, and a lot of things that I can do are like, I can do a lot of things that people who are not 18 yet can't do, I guess. Like, I can, like for things that I do online, I can actually make money off it legally, and I can like put it in a bank, for example. And I can have a lot more like leeway and stuff like that. Also, a lot of people that I've met online, and like a lot of people that I've met online, have problems at home, and they don't like their parents or they don't agree with their parents. And I mean, I went through that too with my mom. My mom is just, it's best that we don't talk to each other anymore. I'm actually under advice from a professional to not talk to her, so. But we're not here to talk about my mom today. I'm just wrapping up my video now, basically. That ADHD has led me to be able to do a lot of great things that some people can't. Some of you guys may have problems. If you want me to talk about them, that's cool. And back on the thing about the parents, it'll get easier for you. And the reason I'm talking about this in regards to ADHD is because my mom didn't like my ADHD, I guess. It's not like it's something I can control, but she would get mad about it. Now, and not specifically it was more like not being able to do things that other kids could do, but now that I look back on it, it's like, I'm not blaming my ADHD for it, I'm thanking my ADHD for it, because it's like, yeah, I couldn't do things that other kids could do, but my brain made room for other things that kids can't do, so that's great. It's gonna be a tough wait out for a lot of people, but like, once you're 18, the sun kind of comes out. It's like, yeah, your parents can be mad at you for a lot of your choices, but they also can't stop you for a lot of your choices because you're 18 and you're legally an adult. You're gonna be allowed to own things that they can't take away as long as you pay for them. You're gonna be able to get a job and they can't stop you. And you're gonna be able to, like, you'll be able to move out if you make enough money and stuff. There's just like these little things. And for any of you guys who are, that you have ADHD, or if you're just creative like I am or anything, I fully encourage you to go out and do everything you can to express yourself. You make a DeviantArt if you think you can do that. You make a YouTube channel if you think you want to do that. Just go for it. Try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But really, it's not a waste of time if you tried. Like, this is not a waste of time for me even if it doesn't work out, because I spent time being creative and I spent time figuring out what does and doesn't work. And I can always go back to my videos now and go, oh, this one worked out because of this, or this one, I liked it. This, like, it's a great experience. So do all you can to be yourself. Even if people around you, like brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, moms, dads, and cats and pistachios, looking at you for that last one, Fluky. ExtremeSlash, go subscribe. Even if other people don't agree with it or understand it, always remember, it's about you, not them. They don't have to understand it or agree with it. As long as you're not breaking the law, I'm cool with it. I do not condone breaking the law, by the way. This message, I'd like to say right now, I don't condone that. Don't do that. I see what you're doing. Stop that right now. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Don't like, comment, or subscribe. You don't want to see more of this. I think of a new outro, or maybe that one's good. I don't know. Damn that nude. Do what makes you happy. Again, I condone you being happy and doing what you want. So if you want to like, comment, subscribe, that is amazing and greatly appreciated, but I'm never going to force you guys to, because free will and stuff. Don't do things because I tell you to do them. Which is funny because the message I just gave was like, go do it. But the only thing I'll ever tell you guys to do is always do things that you believe. Like, if you believe in it, do it. Take that chance. You don't jump in with 2 feet, then you're never gonna know. And that ends this positive message ADHD video, I guess, for now. So, hopefully my college stops being on strike, and hopefully they let me redo the semester, because, oh my god, like, that is a lot of money I paid to be in college. I do not want to fail the semester because I missed a month. It's not my fault. That's really upsetting. Get your stuff together, college. But like, I'll think of another topic to talk about, or I'll just go on another ramble. That's usually what I do, is a topic ramble. These videos are getting a little longer every time I put them up. So, laters. Bye.